All opinions are those of the participants making them and are not an endorsement of any position, program, religion, or political affiliation. DFG's Corner is for information, observation, and entertainment. I ask that you comment, like, share, and subscribe. Dog on her, and then come back and talking about she got the monster. That says a lot about her decision making.
Right.
So I used to back in the day when I was in college, way many years ago, I used to have conversations like that with a lot of my female friends. I would say, women guard their money better than they guard their wounds.
Right.
And the example I give is you go to the club, you have 10 women, go to the club. They meet a guy, they vibe, everything is fine. At the end of the night, the guy's like, hey, I need my car note paid. Could you hook me up with $500? Out of those 10 women, how many would say, yeah, just give up $500 or $100 or $20?
Right.
The number would probably be less than one, right?
Yeah.
Now, how many of us would how many women in a club, 10 women go to the club, same scenario, but the dude says, why don't we go somewhere and do a couple of things? Out of those 10, how many you think would go? And the dude's fine as hell. And he checks all the physical boxes.
Mm-hmm.
You say probably around 6 or 7. Or it could be less, but it's more than 0. Hello, it's Dr. Seductive, another former partner of ours on Upscale Love for You. I appreciate you coming on, Doctor. How are you doing?
Hey.
I guess she jumped on and is in the background. How you doing, Dr. Seductive? You can come on, Mike. Oh, you okay? Gotcha. But I don't really have a topic today. We're just talking about how passport bros and passport sisters are, and just talking about how people's poor decisions cause a lot of issues. I'll ask you, Dr. Seductive, if there were 10 women in the club, 10 women going to the club, and they meet a guy. He checks all the physical boxes. He's tall. He's 6 foot. Got a 6-pack. Probably a little more than 6. The other 6. Don't know if he makes 6 figures, but they have a lot of different things. So out of those 10 women, at the end of the night, if the guy's like, "Hey, could you give me $100? I just think I just need something paid. I need you to hook a brother up." Out of those 10 women, how many you think would say, yeah, just come out their pocket for $100?
Maybe one.
Maybe one. Now, same scenario, but the dude starts singing "Rock with Me Tonight" for old time's sake, or let's take a shower together. I'll wash your body and you wash mine. Out of those 10 women, how many you think would go?
Probably about 5 or 6.
So and my point was that, and back in college when I used to kind of argue that I would say that women value their pockets more than they do their womb.
Yep.
And that was an example.
That's true.
That was an example I gave. Now, had Dexter, the two videos I showed earlier, Dr. Seductive, were passport sisters. One where this guy was saying that he loved this woman. He, on a scale of 1 to 10, he was about a 6, and on a scale of 1 to 10, she was about a 3.
Oh shoot.
Objectively, she was palm colored. He was melanated. He had a very strong Jamaican accent. So he was a yard man. So I was asking earlier, Do you think that yard man likes Swoley?
Swoley?
That's what I call her.
Oh, okay.
Do you
I
think,
don't know.
or was he trying to use her for entrance into the country?
Oh, well, yeah, that might have been an ulterior motive. But you know, you and I have had this conversation before, and going back to what you asked, women use sex to get love, and men use love to get sex. So, yeah, they're not going to give you they will give you their body before they give you their money, because they feel like if they give you their body, you will start to love them, and that's what they really want.
Right.
Give them the money, they'll love you more. They'll love you as long as you got
Well,
money.
Well,
I
we
think
don't think about it like that, though.
right. Yeah. They
No,
think about you have to remember, and correct me if I'm wrong, Dr. Seductive, we are emotional beings.
yes,
So we
definitely.
seek attention, we seek love. We seek things that men don't seek. So
Right.
our giving our body to you makes us feel that makes you happy. When it makes you happy, that
Mhm.
makes you want to love me more or want to
Right.
love me. That's how we think in some aspects, because we are emotional beings. Now for men, they seek an alternative motive of, I need freedom, I need, money, I need
Right.
material things, versus, because men, if I'm not mistaken, there are a lot of men who just like to stick they stick in a hole, and
Right.
Yes,
that's all they want.
and
And
those
then
men are called community D's.
yeah. So
Well,
so long as they can get their stick wet, they kind of happy on the aspect, but they're not emotionally
they're not emotionally
connected
connected. Yes.
Now,
to
here's the crazy part. I mean, hey, you guys are not wrong. However, it seems that women seem to like guys who have experience, but the guy doesn't necessarily have to be discriminatory, meaning he doesn't look for. You're saying he looks for quantity vice
As opposed
quality,
to quality. Yes.
right,
And then
and
right,
too, women are auditory and men are more visual. And those are generalizations, right? But
mhm,
most women, the pillow talk, the intimacy, that's what's more important to us, right?
right,
And we just use the sex to get to the pillow talk, to be honest.
yes,
That's just a means to an end.
no, I
What we
understand, but
want is the intimacy.
most men have what's called postcoital clarity, post
Yes.
ejaculation clarity,
Yes.
and a lot of times after that, they'll be thinking, what am I doing here? Why am I here?
Right.
Why is she talking to me?
right,
So
right,
it's a vetting process that when you have, your when you're allowing a man inside your gates, you're hoping that the man sees you and likes you after he finishes.
right,
Right.
In a way, a man kind of likes you. I'm not gonna say it's 100% true. Is if he brings you before he goes on his before he finishes. That shows that he cares enough about you for your pleasure. Some community D just did it. They just like a squirrel.
But
They
he
they
also
did it.
becomes the other thing is, men tend to be very vulnerable um in the postcoital time period. Um and so that's a time generally where we can not ask a whole lot of questions, but we can ask those burning questions like, oh, that would make it more intimate,
This is
you know.
true. This is true. I,
So
I I agree with that. Is
And
when,
some men will tell you, "Don't talk to me right now."
yeah. But that's how Samson got jammed up. They
Yeah,
don't
that's true.
say it like that in the Bible, but Samson the Danite,
Right.
he was telling, Delilah would
It's the
ask him
pillow talk. It's the
to do
pillow
all
talk.
this, but hey, I think she did the old guac, the guac 3000 with a
Mm-hmm.
twist, and a flip, and he was
Mm-hmm.
like, "Cut my hair, baby, cut my hair, make me bald, make me bald, take it all. You got it, you got it." And
Yeah.
that's you're right. Men do tend to be vulnerable when they're at their most relaxed, and when are they at their most
Right.
relaxed?
Yeah.
After breaking a few hard shells
Yes.
and
Yes. Yes.
emptying the chambers. But
Mm-hmm.
ladies, I want to ask another question. What do you think about men who don't guard their seeds? Community D got more babies in a hospital.
I think that's irresponsible.
Yeah, I agree.
I
What?
seriously think that's irresponsible. And I feel that you're planting your seeds with no care causes uh, overwatering, if you understand what I'm saying.
Yes.
And so you're populating, you're being like a little bee. You're populating
Mm-hmm.
the the world with your seeds, and you're not the one that's taking care of the garden,
Yeah.
if you
And
understand what I'm saying. I'm trying to
it's
stay as clean as possible.
it's irresponsible because you know that's your seed. Like that's a potentially another whole human being that you could be bringing into this world, and you're just spreading it like a water hose.
Right,
So
exactly. And then
and
if you're
anybody
putting
can
it in
get it.
several pots, yeah, if you're
Yes.
putting it in several pots, that's another issue. Because
Right.
first of all, if you have multiple children, do you have enough income to take care of it? So if you decide to plant your seed into a bunch of different pots, that's a bunch of different households that you have to maintain. Are you responsible enough to maintain those households, or
Right.
those different pots, as I would call it? Um, I know, I met a guy whose father has 20 children.
Mm.
Woo. By how many women?
20. I was told 6 women. And it's ridiculous that they have that many, and you know darn well he couldn't take care of all 20 of them kids the way he should have been able to. So somebody's gonna get smite. So I think that you need to be not only responsible enough to cover it up, okay? How you want to feel it? No, you don't need to feel nothing if you're not going to be responsible for your
Exactly.
consequences.
Yes.
You
If
have
you
to be
look at the
responsible for
screen,
those consequences.
if you look at the screen, I put up a graphic compiled by blackdemographics.com, statistics dealing with black people, by black people, for black people. If
Right,
you look at what it's looking like 46% of men between 15 and 49 have a biological child.
right,
81% between 40 and 49 have a biological child. Now, a lot of women say, well, 81% of black men have, no, it doesn't say that. It says 81% between 40 and 49.
right,
You look on the lower left-hand corner, you see the ones, 66% of black fathers live with their child's mother when their first child's being born, either married or cohabitating. And if you look at the bottom right, not the bottom left, the bottom right, you'll see that 71% of black men have either 0 children or 1 children. So let's take it from that. Let's sort of eliminate that, because there's some that are not taking care of 1 child that they got. Understood.
hmm
That
But
means
that's not really
29%.
the norm.
Say that again, Doc.
That's not really the norm that they're not taking care of their kids.
Right? No. That's, but I'm just saying. There are some in, I'm saying there are some in there. They're probably the exception, not the rule. Let's
Right.
look at the 2, 3, and 4. 2, 3, and 4 children, that's 29% of Black men. The majority of them are in their children's lives. What we've surmised over using numbers and math, we surmise that approximately 16% of all Black men, there are 21 million Black men, there are 18 million Black men that are child making age.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so out of those 18 million, you take 16% of that, that's approximately 2.3 million. 2.3 million Black men out of 21 million Black men are most likely irresponsible. And I count those who are married and have outside children, because we all know, we all got family members.
Stop talking about our family.
We
Yeah.
got family. It's not something that
say
I'm
about
just
my
told.
family tree.
Yeah, we know that somebody got more than 1 or 2 baby mamas, and
Mm-hmm.
ain't necessarily doing all that they can do. Not saying they're not doing anything, not doing all they can do. And then on top of that, we also have to factor in that there are some stepdads that don't know they stepdads.
Oh,
Exactly.
There are,
I know that sounds crazy,
but
but
it
yeah.
is. Yeah, it's the truth.
so there are, out of the people tested, which in our community is about 5% of all children are DNA tested. 3 out of 10 3 out of 10 are probably not the biological.
Mm.
So that even cuts it into it even more. A lot of people don't want to talk about that. Also, hey, Mad Hat, I'm glad you're on. Thanks for coming on. You're my man's part of the Misfit Network. Mad Hatter says he's out in California, so he's way ahead of us. He has 2 baby mamas, and both his kids live with him, both girls. One just turned 2 a couple of weeks ago. So he working, and he gonna have some problems when they get older. But it's all good though. It's all good though, because that's the least single dads are the least respected. They even least less respected than single moms.
Yeah,
Now,
that's true.
it's about a 10 to 1.
Because it's not the reason of that, because it's not the norm. You know what I mean? The norm for everywhere throughout this world, I'm not going to say just the United States, but throughout the world, the norm is the child is always raised by the mother, whether they're a good mother or not, is always raised by the mother. But there are some, and unfortunately it's not enough, but there's a small percentage that are single fathers who takes on the responsibility to raising their child, and they are not recognized at all. I'm not even going to say just a little bit. They're not recognized at all.
It's about the stats have it about 5 to 7% of Black men are single dads. Now, on Father's Day, a lot of single mothers usually do what? Say what? Where my gift? I'm the mama.
And that irritates. Let's talk about that.
Go ahead.
Let's talk about that. Now, I've been a single mother, and I've been a mother who's married and had a child with their spouse. I've never, ever wanted to be recognized as a father in any capacity
at all,
because I am a mother. Unfortunately, you may have a father who do not want to hold the responsibilities, but when it comes to Father's Day, they are still the father, whether they want to stand up or not. They're still the father. Now, if you don't want to do anything for your father, that's up to you. But I don't want to be recognized as a father. I don't want a gift on Father's Day. I mean, agree. I have several reasons why, but that's one of the main reasons. But the other reason is because my birthday is always around Father's Day, and I get ignored anyway. So, because of Father's Day. But it's just the fact that I think that this is our problem with society, because we tend to tear down men. And I'm not even gonna say just Black men, because there are a lot of, that's a big high percentage, but men in general, because you have other men who are out there raising their children on their own, and they're not being recognized. There are still fathers out there that the woman would not allow them to be involved with their children because they're not involved with them. So
Yep.
you're faulting those fathers because the mother doesn't want you to have anything to do with the child but send me money to take care of them. But you don't want that father to be in that child's life. So now you're saying you need to respect you as a father and the mother. That's your fault.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if I don't like my baby daddies. I just need them to be involved with their child. You ain't got to be involved with me. And that's the problem with society, that they always want, the woman always want the guy to be involved with them in order for them to be involved with their child. No.
I don't even want you to be involved with me. Just go ahead and take care of your kids.
Take care of your children. But see, that's not like that. I've actually witnessed a lot of, and I'm saying this because of the younger generation, I've witnessed a lot of pettiness, that if you don't get along with me, if you don't do what I want you to do for me, you can't see your child. And that's just wrong, because you're not only taking the father away from the child, but you're taking the child away from the father.
Yes,
and
but a lot of times, here's a crazy thing, CP. You're 100% right. You also Doc Seductive. The issue is, a lot of times parental alienation comes because the woman is not happy with herself.
Mm-hmm.
So she projects that pain onto the dad. And here's the crazy part. She could have a baby from Glocktavius. Glocktavius told,
where you get these names from, first of all?
I ain't want no kids. I ain't need no kids. I ain't gonna take care of no kids. Don't ever see her again. Or he might have gotten a scholarship up the state pen.
Mm-hmm.
And she will not bother him.
Mm-hmm.
But you get, average guy Aaron or regular dude Randy, who wants to be in their child's life, but he don't want to mess with Self-Oniqua. She's gonna do everything she can to make that man's life miserable. A payment comes late, she up at the child support office. She put him on child support, first of all. He gives money, but she still put him on child support, and then asking for more money. Not because she need it, just because she can. And then she telling the child, your daddy don't love you. He don't love me, so he don't love you.
Yeah.
Telling her people, he trying to beat on my child. He telling his people, that man ain't SHIB. And then telling all their friends, mutuals and non-mutuals, that he's a bum.
Wait. Are we gonna skip over? He said SHIB?
Yes, I did say that, because I'm trying to stay monetized here. I'm trying to stay monetized.
Why did you just say crap?
That too. I want y'all ladies.
So that master's going down the drain, bro. It's going down the drain.
I know. I'm gonna play this one and get y'all to look at this. Kind of what we were just talking about.
I'm a better baby mama. I could give two flying federal fucks. I got a child who has a father who wants to be in their life. If he don't want me, he don't want her either. I'm a better baby mama. Of course I'm gonna tell my baby daddy, my baby can't be around no kids that you have after mine. I don't need him thinking he can have a whole family without me. I'm a better baby mama. Of course I'm gonna use my baby to get an invitation to his family house for the holidays. And then when he show up to his family house, I'm gonna have an attitude. Because why the fuck are you here? Now I can't talk shit about you. I'm a better baby mama. Of course I'm gonna tell anybody and everybody that'll listen. My baby daddy ain't shit. He's terrible. He don't do nothing for his kids. He don't care about them kids. It's really me just keeping him from his kids because he don't want me no more. I'm a bitter baby mama. Of course I have to pre-approve any woman you call yourself dating. I don't need just anybody around my baby. Spoiler alert, if they prettier than me, I ain't approving their ass. I'm a bitter baby mama. Of course I'm gonna tell my baby daddy, you better not have my baby around that new wife you got. Even though I can have the same baby around every Tom, Dick, and Harry that shows me the slightest bit of attention.
Hatter, you know it's true,
I see
though.
What the fuck I see. I'm a bitter baby mama. I don't give a damn that I know my daughter need her daddy in her life. I didn't have my daddy in my life. Look how good I turned out.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Prime example. I mean, I know that that's a skit, and I like that was cute, but she kind of right.
She ain't kind of right.
You know, comedians tell the truth through
no
jokes.
Lies detected.
That's exactly what she's telling the truth through jokes. She's not lying about that. It's funny, but she's not lying.
No
Bitter
lies.
baby mamas have that tendency to get upset with the man because she can't get what she wants. So she takes it out on him, which is not
family members like that too.
Yeah, exactly. And they take it out on the and it's mostly men because that's being destroyed. Okay, this is the problem with society today, is we keep beating them down. I don't care, every corner we turn, we beating a man down, mostly a black man. I think the fact that for her to be so bitter that you got to keep, because you don't want him to be happy in life because he's no longer happy with you.
Right. Mm-hmm.
You want to destroy him, but you don't realize your consequences have repercussions. What you're doing is you are tearing your own child down by doing that.
And you know the crazy thing, CP, is that when Lakeithion starts bucking up, mad at the world, they want to call the dad, talk about, come get your kid. Oh, it's my kid now.
Now it's my kid. When you need them, or when you can't control them, when they're out of control. If you had a man in that child's life, you have some type of stability, whether they live with you or not. You need to have that father in that child's life in a consistent basis, or a man, you know, that you're going to be consistent with, but preferably it be the child's DNA or a biological parent as in their lives to raise them together. That's what's wrong with society. It drives me crazy when you have, okay, let's talk about that. You have these people who get together knowing darn well they didn't need to be together, and then they reproduce.
The Tingles are undefeated.
Huh?
The Tingles are undefeated.
Yeah, the Tingles are don't get me wrong. They get to that point. However, when your tingle, there's a repercussion. You know what I'm saying? Your actions. There is a reaction to every action. And sometimes that reaction is not what's best. So you need to think, let that tingle dissipate and think with the real head. Okay? Right. But they don't. I'm one. I'm guilty. I have 2 children out of wedlock. I mean, they were decent relationships, but no, they weren't. But anyway, that's not the point. It's just the fact that I had to wind up raising my son, but I never kept my children away from their fathers intentionally.
You had a wonderful brother that assisted sometimes when he could.
Oh yeah, definitely. The fantastic brother. I praise him all the time. I know I shouldn't praise, you know, or put
who was that?
on a pedestal, but you know, he's sitting at the bottom of that pedestal. You know what I'm saying? What you say?
Who was that?
She's like, who that? She talked about
DFG, of course.
Was it black?
No, definitely wasn't black. No offense, black. No, it definitely wasn't him.
Just kidding. That was our joke for the night.
Yeah, it was a black man, but it wasn't my brother black.
but it was but Apple had a comment in there. Sometimes be bitter baby daddies. I agree. There's some dudes that if I ain't with you, I ain't got no kid. And those dudes are, I'm gonna say it like this, and I'm sure Mad Hatter will agree with me. Those dudes are scum of the earth, and they gets no love. They don't get no love in the black man community. Because if you ain't taking care of your seed that you planted, whether you wanted the child there or not, it's your response. You was loose with your seed. It's your responsibility. It is your responsibility. And most men do take care. The CDC even said 7 out of 10 Black men are some way involved with their children.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not everybody pays child support because not everybody's put on child support. Child support is not for the dad who's involved. The child support is for things that are missing. And a lot of people don't realize that. And ladies, I'm going to say it like this. I understand children call. Thanks for watching. This is the man with the golden voice, the lady's choice, and of course, smooth as a Rolls Royce, saying, never make love by the garden gate. Though love is blind, the neighbors ain't.